Hey everyone, it is Sean here, back again with another video. And today we've been invited by Aston Martin Brisbane to check out their new showroom. And today we're going to be checking out the DBX, the new Aston Martin DB12 and the next gen Vantage. So really keen to check those out. So come with us and let's check out some sit cars. Tell we're coming up to the shop when we see a new Vantage. These are really cool, powered by the 4-litre twin-turbo V8 by AMG. Behind it as well is a Maserati MC20. I've never seen one in red before. This is really cool. And here is their new shop. Let's go check it out. DBX here. What do you reckon? Inside looks like. My first thought of the interior when I first looked at it was, look, it wasn't as luxury as say like a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, but it was good quality. I also really enjoy a panoramic sunroof. Rear seats probably not as roomy as I expected. Center console looks good and it was easy to navigate. A storage compartment there, and some cup holders there, that's needed. And yeah, really like the color of the interior too. And here's the exterior of the new Aston Martin DBX 707. Powered by a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 from AMG, this thing makes 520 kilowatts or 697 horsepower, and it starts at 428,400 AUD. And you get these sick rims. Here's a look inside one of the base models of the DBX 707. At first glance, the seats kind of do look like gamer chairs, except for the Aston Martin embroidered headrests. Those are cool. The quality of the leather though is really nice, and I like this in the middle here to control the temperatures. And moving on, this is the all-new Aston Martin DB12, and in my opinion, it's one of the most beautiful cars on the market right now. The DB12 is powered by a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 producing 500 kilowatts or 671 horsepower through an automatic 8-speed transmission. Although the door handles look really nice, they are a bit awkward to open, but I guess that's just because I've never owned one. What I do like about Aston Martin doors though is that when they're open, they're slightly up, giving sort of a wing effect. And now coming back to the car to make sure that Kayla suits it so then I can get it for her 80th birthday. Oh yeah, I think she suits it really well, don't you reckon? The DB12 starts at 455,000 AUD, which I guess isn't too surprising considering, you know, how pretty this car is. Aston Martin is known for building great Grand Tourers such as this car, so let's check out the inside. Instantly you're greeted by leather everywhere, and the first thing you see is the diamond stitching on these seats, which is absolutely gorgeous, and of course the Aston Martin headrest. Close the door and even more leather, followed by this huge center console. The whole center console looks pretty easy to use, and there's a huge screen there as well, and also big digital dash, and Kayla's head in 0.5 camera. Because this car is a Grand Tourer, it's got rear seats, but only suitable for small people. Another look at the center console here, and it's very, very pretty, and like I said, huge. You got cup holders, you got the storage space just here as well. And another look at that completely leather dash, and also the Bowers & Wilkins speakers as you can see on top of the dash here. Coming downstairs to the main showroom, the first thing you see is the brand new facelifted Aston Martin Vantage. Because the door was wide open for us, let's take a look inside. As soon as you step inside the cockpit, you are greeted with that same Aston Martin quality from the previous models that we just saw, and the center console is much sportier in this one, with carbon fibre bits everywhere. No rear seats in this car, as this is the more sporty Aston. And coming back to the carbon fibre trim and the Bowers & Wilkins speakers, and not to mention the big Digidash right here. The seats have a weird pulley grabby thing there, which I don't know what the use is for, so let us know in the comments, but the seats are really nice and I love the Alcantara. Prices for the new Vantage start at 299,950 AUD. Aston Martin's obsession with the 4-litre twin-turbo V8 continues with this car with, you guessed it, a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 producing 489 kilowatts or 656 horsepower. This is the Aston Martin and Brough Superior AMB 001. These two companies combined to make a sick-looking bike with Aston Martin's design and Brough Superior's engineering. This beauty of a bike is powered by a 997cc V-twin 4-stroke producing 180 horsepower or 134 kilowatts. And get this bike weighs 180 kilos and it's got 180 horsepower. That is a crazy power to weight ratio. Only 100 of these bikes have ever been made and they come with a staggering price tag as well. You can get one from 185,000 AUD. We saw this bike at the Noosa Concours d'Elegance earlier this year, and here's the video if you want to see it. Just casually admiring a 992 GT3 roll by. Perfect for that sunny Queensland weather is this Aston Martin DB12 Volante. The Volante is quite a bit more expensive than the coupe version of the DB12, starting at 492,000 AUD. So that's an extra 37,000 AUD if you want the roof to go up and down. And for a Grand Tourer, the DB12 is no slouch at all, with the coupe reaching 0 to 100 km an hour in 3.3 seconds, while the Volante reaches it in 3.4 seconds, with a top speed of 325 km an hour or 202 miles per hour. The loss of the V12s used in the previous DB models definitely haven't affected the performance of the new DB12, and in fact, the overall performance has improved with the new 4-litre V8. So not only is this car sleek, elegant and refined, it's also quite the speed demon. While we were admiring the images of the future plans for the Aston Martin dealership in Brisbane, we also enjoyed some free food. As you can see here, there was definitely no food shortage there, but as we pan our attention to the corner of the room, you see this beautiful Aston Martin DB5 Superleggera.
Bond. James Bond.
Well, we all know the DB5 from the James Bond movies, and it's become quite an icon, not only for the James Bond movies, but also the Aston Martin brand itself. The DB5 was built between 1963 and 1965, powered by a 4-litre straight-six motor producing 210 kilowatts or 282 horsepower. This car boasts a top speed of 233 kilometers an hour or 145 miles an hour, which back in the day is quite impressive, and also a 0 to 100 km an hour time of just over 8 seconds. Now you might be wondering, why does this British car have an Italian name to it? Well, this car was actually designed by an Italian man named Federico Formenti in collaboration with an Italian coach building company called Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera, hence the Italian name. And as you can see in here, a 5-speed manual gearbox and one of the comfiest interiors I think I've ever seen. A true classic sports car sporting the 2+2 seating configuration. And a final look at the dealership before we leave, and what an experience that was.
See the chain? See the watch? Your tax dollars paid for that. The rich get richer and the poor stay where they're supposed to be. Buckingham Palace sends its regards. Yeah!
Alright, so that's the day wrapped up at Aston Martin Brisbane, their new showroom. I learned that they've moved up from the Gold Coast and set up shop here, so really exciting to have them here and keen to see what else they have in their showrooms in the future. Really special seeing all the new Aston Martins, the DB12, the new Vantage, the DBXs, but mostly special was the DB5 in the showroom there. That was really nice. Such a beautiful, gorgeous and timeless car. So well worth the trip out to Fortitude Valley today. And huge shout out to the team over at the dealership there for making us feel really welcome, and for the free food. I can't say no to that. And also thank you to Kayla for coming with me today to help me film the opening day at the Aston Martin dealership in Brisbane. So if you did enjoy this video, and if you do enjoy our other videos on the channel, make sure you subscribe, give this video a like, as well as our other ones, and follow our socials and visit our website. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.